Good morning, students. Welcome you all to our computer class. So, children, in our today's class, I'll be discussing with you all worksheet 1 from the chapter Evolution of Computers. Right? In our last class, already I have discussed with you all worksheet 2, that is from memory of a computer. Okay? So, today I will discuss with you all worksheet 1. Before starting our today's class, let me highlight some important points for your PT1 examination. Okay, children, in your PT1 examination, subject computer science, 2 chapters will be coming. That is evolution of computers and memory of a computer. Clear, children? So, it's my humble request to you all, please read the chapters. Lesson 1 also and lesson 2 also. Okay, you just read and also the important things. Clear? Like the characteristics, okay, full forms, then the periods of different generations, okay, then the differences between, right? So these are the things which are very, very important from both the chapters you are learning along with your textual question answers. Yeah, so these are the instructions for your PT1 examination, right, children? So now let's start our today's class. So children, let's start worksheet unit 1. Right? Unit 1 means the evolution of computers. Right? So in the worksheet, the first question is multiple choice questions. Number A. The first devices for counting like the abacus were. 4 options are there. You have to take the correct option. So what are the options? Let's see. Manual calculator, mechanical devices, natural devices, mechanical calculators. So which option is the correct one? Yes. The first devices for counting like the abacus were manual calculator. So the correct option is number A. Right. Next, come to number B. The first generation of computers was known as A. Transistor age, B. Vacuum tube age, C. IC age, IC integrated circuit, D. Microprocessor age. So, which one is the correct one? The first generation of computers was known as, yes, the answer is vacuum tube age. So the correct answer is option number B. Clear, children? Next, true false. An example of third generation computer is IBM 1120. Is it correct? An example of third generation computer is IBM 1120. Is it correct? No, it is false. An example of third generation computer is IBM 1130. But here it is written 1120. So the answer is what? False. Here we will write what? We will write here false. So we will write here false. Right, children? So the answer is false. Clear? Next, we will do B. Floppy disk and mouse began to be used in the second generation. Tell me, children, is it correct? Floppy disks and mouse begin to be used in second generation? No, it is wrong. It is false. Floppy disks and mouse began to be used in fourth generation. Alright, so this answer is also a false. Okay, so the answer is number B is what? It is false. Number 3, fill in the blanks. Number A, high-level languages such as C and C++ began to be used in dash. So, what is the answer? In which generation high-level languages such as C and C++ begin to be used in? Tell me, children. The correct answer is fourth generation. Right. So here we will write what? Fourth generation. Fourth generation. Fourth generation. So the correct answer is fourth generation. Okay. Next, number B. Fifth generation computers are dash and may think and behave similarly to humans. Fifth generation computers are dash and may think and behave similarly to humans. So what is the answer? Answer is artificially intelligent. Right? So what is the answer? Artificially intelligent. Artificially, you have to write here. Artificially intelligent. Intelligent. Okay? And may think and behave similarly to humans. Number C. First generation computers output was in the form of what? First generation computers output was in the form of? Yes, it's a printouts. So here we have to write printouts. Clear, children? Next, we'll move to match the following. Number 4. Now, match the following. 4 match the followings are given. I have to do it. Right. Number A. IBM 650. So, IBM 650, is it 5th generation? No. It is a 3rd generation? No. Is it 2nd generation? No. So, IBM 650 computer is used in 1st generation. Clear? Next is IBM 1401. So, IBM 1401 is used in which generation? Is it 5th? No. Is it 3rd generation? No. So, IBM 1401 is used in 2nd generation. Clear? Next is IBM 1130. IBM 1130 used in 3rd generation. Right? The laptop. As you all know, laptop is used in 5th generation. Clear? Now, very short answer questions. Now here, what is the question? Write the full forms. So, what is the full form of EDVAC? Okay. Tell me, children. Yes. Full form is Electronic Discrete Variable Automatic Computer. So, here we have to write Electronic Discrete Variable Automatic Computer. Automatic computer. Yeah. Next one is ENIAC. Full form Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. Right? So, this is the full forms of EDVAC and ENIAC. Now, number B. List the high-level languages supported by the 3rd generation. So, what are the high-level languages supported by the 3rd generation? That one you have to write here. So, 3rd generation computers supported high-level languages like COBOL, BASIC, Pascal, etc. Alright? So what are the high-level languages used in third generation computers? COBOL, BASIC, Pascal, etc. Clear, children? Now number 6, short answer questions. Number A, write one difference between first generation and fifth generation computers. So what you have to do here, you have to write one difference between first generation and fifth generation computers. So first generation computers were built with vacuum tubes. On the other hand, fifth generation are artificially intelligent and may think and behave similarly to humans. So this is how you have to write the difference between first generation and the fifth generation computers. Clear, children? Number B, write a short note on third generation computers. What you have to do here? Here you have to write a short note on which generation computers? Third generation computers. So answer, third generation computers supported high-level languages like COBOL, BASIC, Pascal, etc. The integrated circuit, IC, replaced transistors. So transistors used in second generation computers, right? Computers became smaller in size and generated less heat. Maintenance cost was lower. These computers had keyboards and monitors. So this is how you have to write down the answer of third generation computers. The short note on third generation computers. Right? Clear, children? Next is long answer questions. Write 2 features of any 3 generations of computers with examples. So what you have to do here? Write 2 features. Features means characteristics of any 3 generations of computers with examples. So any 3 features of generation of computers you have to write. So we will write from first generation computer, right? First generation computers were built with vacuum tubes. These were huge in size. Examples: UNIVAC, Universal Automatic Computer, IBM 650, right? Next is second generation computers became faster, smaller, cheaper, and more energy efficient. So these are the features of second generation computers. Examples: IBM 700, IBM 1401. These are the computers used in second generation. Alright. Now the third generation supported high-level languages like COBOL, BASIC, Pascal, etc. The integrated circuit replaced transistors. In second generation computers, transistors replaced vacuum tubes, and in third generation computers, integrated circuit replaced transistors. Right? So these are the features of third generation computers. Examples: IBM 1130, UNIVAC 1107. So children, worksheet 1, chapter 1, that is called Evolution of Computers, I've completed. After this, I'll give a slide of this worksheet. Everyone note it down in your computer copy. Right? And please learn by heart these worksheets. Worksheet 1 and worksheet 2 along with your textual question answers. And these 2 chapters will come in your PT1 examination of computers. Clear, children? Thank you.